What's up guys, welcome to my channel where I do gameplay footage and reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Overwatch 2, the sequel to the revolutionary game Overwatch 1 that has had the community hyped for years. Now, the sequel that everyone's been waiting for is finally here, and we're going to see if it's any good. There are some pros and cons to the changes they made in the gameplay in Overwatch 2. With the new speed meta, tanks are forced to choose DPS, and much more people are being healers now in Overwatch 2. But the healer role has drastically changed. Instead of just healing your teammates, you have to heal your teammates and survive. In Overwatch 1, people really didn't pay attention to supports. And now in Overwatch 2, it seems like wherever you go or whatever you do, you're targeted. You're killed much more often because you're the support, especially Mercy. Since everyone knows that Mercy is a healer from the sight of her, it's easier to not get killed with people like Baptiste because he's not obvious that he's a healer. But with Mercy, people always target her. And now certain tank characters like Reinhardt are now forced to either switch or ultimately lose the game. Since the new speed meta, their players are easily running away from him as he only has melee attacks. And since his melee attacks do a lot of damage, people tend to avoid him, making it harder for him to get kills. It's like this with other characters too, like Sombra or Bastion. Now that people are much more faster, it's hard for them to get any kills at all, because people are constantly running away, since their skill set is getting up close and starting to shoot. But this has also impacted positively on some characters, like Lucio, for example. Now that it's the speed meta, he's one of the best healers, since he can easily make his teams go faster and get the point faster. He can also even increase their speed even more with Amp It Up, which makes him a monster to fight against when the other team is fighting against him. When there's a Lucio on the enemy team, no one likes it, because he can frantically heal his teammates, and his super just negates all other offensive supers there are. With Overwatch 2's release, there has been many changes, reworks, and maps made. Mainly changing 6v6 to 5v5, Overwatch 2 is free to play, a battle pass, and almost all stuns removed. I do have mixed feelings on the battle pass. It has its pros and cons. It's an easier way to get some of the cosmetics you want, but some characters are locked behind a paywall. Overall, it isn't that bad as others say that it is. However, Blizzard removing most stuns has been one of their best changes so far. It was so frustrating and annoying from getting hit with the Bridget stun or getting hit with Ana's sleep dart. While Ana still has her sleep dart, its sleep time has been reduced. Other changes include complete reworks to characters like Orisa. Orisa had a completely different character set in Overwatch 1, but they took that character set and completely redid all of her abilities. Also Bastion. Most of Bastion's abilities he has in Overwatch 2 are changed. For example, his self-healing ability has been used, and his super is not a rocket shooting monster, but instead basically shoots rockets up into the air and lands them down at any area you pick. While many people say that Overwatch 2 is bad, I actually enjoy the game. And it does seem more like a new game than an update. Because the loot boxes were all 2016. And with the new Battle Pass era, where almost every popular game you find has a Battle Pass, they had to replicate that too. So, they could have made the Battle Pass more simpler and easier to get, but overall, it still is a very good game. Now that you don't have to fight 5 shields, now that you don't have to fight constant shields in the game anymore, it feels like an actual fun game to play. Even though D.Va has been slightly buffed, it's still not hard. It's still not hard to defeat her, since most non-skilled D.Va players are playing her, and they're easy to target, and they have basically a free kill. The game itself, the idea isn't flawed. It's actually a very brilliant one. Adding Overwatch 2 basically gets all the hype up, which means everyone downloads Overwatch 2. They see there's a new character and a battle pass, but you need to unlock the battle pass to get her, which costs money. So then people buy the battle pass using their money, and Overwatch 2 is swarming with money. And since they closed Overwatch 1, forcing players to go to Overwatch 2, they're getting more hype than almost any other game this year. It has been the most hyped up game that everyone's been waiting for since 2016. And since its release has been leaked. This game, it isn't bad. It's just some people think it feels like more of an update. But if these changes, except for the Battle Pass, were updated into the original game, everyone would be loving it. That's why this game isn't bad. It's just not what people preferred as a sequel. Now that Overwatch 2 is finally able to be played, the community is split between fans who like the original Overwatch and fans who love Overwatch 2. But to me, the game isn't all that bad. Comment down below what you think about Overwatch 2, because I personally think it isn't that bad of a game. It's just not what people preferred, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.